Good morning, Hank. It's Thursday. Remember this guy? It's all starting to come full circle. Alright, Hank, I tried shooting outside, but I just couldn't get into it. I mean, it's a beautiful day outside, but no matter how beautiful it is outside, it's always just a little bit more beautiful inside. Hank, I want to thank you for reminding me in your awesome video yesterday that nerd fighting isn't about tearing people asunder, it's about bringing people together. Although I do have one question about yesterday's video, Hank. Have you seen your still shot? Wow. Hank, if that still frame were in a museum, and it should be, I wonder what the title of the photograph would be. Boy with Smurf fetish impersonates chipmunk? The blue-lipped possum wants its dinner? Bucktooth McGee has seen the face of the Lord? Frankly, the possibilities are endless. By the way, Hank, speaking of nerd fighting, a few commenters have been asking whether or not nerd fighters fight for or against nerds. You know, they'll be like, stain fighters don't fight for stains. And of course, I don't want people to think that we're fighting against nerds, although, I mean, to look at either of us, it would be very difficult to conclude that we're fighting against nerds unless we're masochists. I mean, we were born with nerdy faces, nerdy faces, nerdy faces. We were born with nerdy faces because our parents are nerds. Right, I forgot about how I'm supposed to leave the singing to you. But anyway, Hank, this has been causing me a lot of anxiety for the last few weeks because every time I wear my Nerdfighter shirt out on the town, I'm like, maybe people think that I'm fighting against nerds. But then I was like, wait a second, do freedom fighters fight against freedom? And for that matter, do Power Rangers range against power? No, of course not! They range for power! Wait, do they range for power? What does Power Ranger mean? Does it mean that they're rangers of power? Or rangers with power? Or rangers in favor of power? Ah, God, I'm getting confused again. Nerd fighters are for nerds, Hank. That's all we need to know. Oh, Hank, incidentally, a nerd fighter recently pointed out to me that there's a challenge that I gave myself that I tried to complete and failed to complete. I am referring, of course, to the eat 5 sheets of toilet paper while discussing the political situation in Nepal challenge. Hank, I gave myself that challenge on January 2nd, and as you will probably recall, I succeeded in talking about the political situation in Nepal, but I failed at eating the 5 sheets of toilet paper while doing it. So Hank, hear me now and believe me, in 2 days, on Friday, I am going to eat 5 whole sheets of toilet paper while discussing the political situation in Nepal. Because that's what Brotherhood 2.0 is really about, Hank. It's about welcoming people in while you and I discuss the things that really matter to us, like, you know, the political situation in Nepal. And there's no better way to welcome people in than to eat 5 sheets of toilet paper while you're doing it. Or maybe that's just me. I love to watch people eat toilet paper. Anyway, Hank, 3 other things that I want to quickly discuss. First, Kiva.org. Hank, as you know, for months the Nerdfighters have been supporting Kiva.org, a website that allows you and me and regular people to be microfinanciers. And a funny thing happened to Kiva.org recently. They ran out of poor people. That's right, Hank, for a while Kiva.org became so popular because, you know, it's all the fun of charity without having to spend any money, that there were actually more people looking to donate money than there were entrepreneurs in the developing world looking to accept that money. And for a minute, Hank, I was like, wow, Nerdfighters cured poverty! But it turns out that there were actually more poor people, they just hadn't gotten them up on the website yet. But they're up there now, so now we can all go back and start making loans at Kiva.org. Also, Hank, I saw in PC Magazine that EcoGeek.org, your website, was named one of the 100 best websites on the entire internet. And Hank, I know how many websites there are on the internet. There are like 800 or 900. Third, Hank, Secret Siblings Adam and Ava made a great movie that we should all watch and then vote for. And breast cancer surviving nerd fighter Kim Klein is up for a big scholarship. You can find more information about both of those things here, or possibly here, and there's always the slight possibility that it's over there. Hank, you're a great brother. I'll see you tomorrow. Every time I say something sentimental, I'm all like, but you are a great brother.